There's a nationwide manhunt going on right now for this man, 39-year-old Elias Huszar, a former cop from Washington State. Authorities say that yesterday afternoon, Elias went to the elementary school where his ex-wife, Amber Rodriguez, works and shot her dead right outside the school. Elias allegedly fired 5 shots, sending the school into immediate lockdown. As cops searched for Elias, they found a second victim, his underage girlfriend, shot dead in a home just minutes from the school. Media report that Elias was supposed to be in court yesterday on charges of sexually assaulting the girl, who was only 16. Cops say Elias has fled with his 1-year-old son, and he's believed to be armed and dangerous. All this came just days after Elias's ex-wife had filed for sole custody of their children, now 5 and 9. The two split back in 2020, and at the time, Amber requested a protective order over fears for her children's safety. We don't know exactly what set off this tragic wave of events, but we do know this: America has a domestic violence problem, and our gun epidemic is making a bad situation worse. On average, every minute, 20 people are abused by an intimate partner in the United States. And that problem is made worse thanks to all the f***ing guns in our country. The National Coalition Against Domestic Violence says the presence of a gun in a domestic violence situation increases the risk of homicide by 500%. Critics say that reducing the number of handguns on the streets would dramatically reduce the number of horrible domestic violence situations like this, but the gun lobby, Republicans, and many Democrats have blocked any effort to limit the number of guns in our society. If you're in a situation where you think you are being abused by an intimate partner, know that there's help available. Call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. You don't have to go through this alone.
My condolences goes out to their family just for the simple fact, man, this dude's sick as hell, man. I hope they get him and do him the way justice needs to be served. You know what I'm saying? Just because how he's out here, you know what I'm saying? He did that with a 16-year-old. Then you extolled the boy, killed the mom, just on some savage, demonic type shit. So it's like, why? I mean, I honestly agree, you know. It is too many damn guns. It is, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, that's crazy and sick. And it's like every day this type of stuff go on and nobody is talking about it. Domestic violence, you know, is real big. You know, them good people over at Notice News and also other platforms that we probably haven't heard about, know about, who's probably talking about domestic violence. Shout out to them too. Just to send that good energy and all that stuff that way, you know. It's just crazy to see, you know, how this guy was able to commit that type of stuff and still be out here on the run. And you never know what other folks might, you know what I'm saying, come across his path. And he got police experience and know how to move and all this and that stuff, and it's just all bad. So let's hope they bring this guy so justice can be served, man. And y'all don't need all them damn guns and domestic violence and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when prom turns into a nightmare because nobody is safe in this country. This is 18-year-old Lorenzo Harrison III, a senior at Helena West High School in Arkansas, just south of Memphis. Here he is on prom night, just before heading to the big dance. Little did he know he would be dead just hours later. That's because police say that at an after party, shortly before 1 a.m., the celebration turned into a nightmare. That's when 19-year-old Dontarius Stevens, a recent graduate from the same high school, was also at the party, and outside pulled a gun and shot Lorenzo, killing him. That kicked off a manhunt for Stevens, who later turned himself into police. As the school community mourned, the principal urged everyone to show support to each other, reflecting a collective grief and shock that such violence could occur among students so young. We don't know exactly what motivated this yet, but we do know that America's gun problem makes violence like this much more deadly. Guns are now the #1 killer of America's youth, thanks to a gun industry that has bought and paid for members of Congress and state legislators to block any and all forms of common sense gun control. There are more guns than people in the United States, which means a minor fight can quickly escalate to a fatality. Until we stand up to billion-dollar gun companies, we can expect senseless violence like this to keep happening. Rest in peace, Lorenzo.
man, my condolences goes out to that young man family, just because this idiot right here, this coward right here, who pretty sure gonna spend the rest of his life behind bars. People who care about this dummy love him. They heartbroken. And people who love my man that you had an issue with because you was too scared to knuckle up, buckle up, and have a fight with, they are definitely devastated because unlike your family, they can still come see your little musclehead ass. But his family, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got that. And it's sad, a lot of y'all think that gun violence is solving everything except for taking y'all life. But you can just knuckle up and fight, and then, you know what I'm saying, go on by your business, go on by your day, you ain't gotta worry about this type stuff.